Hey, what's up everybody? This is Sage Lewis from Search Engine Guide, and this is what's in the news. Google Trends. It's now updated daily. Have you ever been there? Well, you should go. It's just trends.google.com. You can go there and check it out, and you know what you'll see? All the latest trends, everything that's going on. But the cool thing is, it's updated daily now, so you can get the freshest trends. They even have hot trends if you really want to check out all that stuff. It's very, very cool. And you can search trends. You can put in key phrases and see how those trends are working over years. Really interesting information. You can get a lot of information from your industry about that. Google, I love you. All right, also in the news, Broadmatch at Google. Boo, boo on Broadmatch. It's been up in the forums a lot that Broadmatch over at Google, in your Google pay-per-click or Google AdWords campaigns, is too broad. It's deciding too much for you. It's a little too big brother in a really big brother sort of way, if you know what I mean. Because what we're finding is it's broad matching phrases that we probably don't really want. So, if you're in Google AdWords, go over there, do a query report, and see exactly what phrases people are clicking on, because if you are doing Broadmatch, you might be quite surprised what phrases people are clicking on, and you don't want that now, do you? Okay, Google releases an AdWords cost per acquisition bidding tool and conversion optimizer. Kind of cool. The only problem is, you gotta have a minimum of 300 conversions in 30 days. That's a lot of conversions, baby. But if you do, you can get involved. Mixed reviews on it so far, but the idea is right. It helps you optimize your campaigns based on conversion. That's better than optimizing on cost per click. So if you're a big converter, maybe check it out, see what you think. Eye tracking. A company by the name of Enquiro recently did an eye tracking study on Google Universal Search. Now, if you don't know what Google Universal Search is, in case you've been over to Google recently, you might have noticed a little bit something different. There's now maps and images and all that kind of stuff all mixed up in the results. And so Enquiro wanted to know, what does that mean to the visitor? Does it change how they look at the page? And as it turns out, they do look at it differently. Before Universal Search, there was a pretty standard F pattern. You looked down the side and across and then in the middle and then you moved on. Well, now with Universal Search, our eyes don't know exactly what to do, and it's more of an E pattern. They look down the side, the top, the middle, and then down below, so they're seeing more of the real estate. Interestingly, they're not spending as much time on images as you might think, but we surmise that perhaps it's just because people can pick out what an image is just like that and decide if it's relevant or not. They don't need to be burning their retinas on images that aren't interesting to them. So DMOZ.org, the open directory, not in Google anymore. Where did it go? We don't know. We don't know, but do a search at Google for DMOZ, DMOZ.org. No DMOZ. Delisted? Just a hiccup in the database? Hard to say, but could be profoundly interesting in what we maybe think is a change in Google's attitudes towards directories. Maybe not the place for sweet, sweet link love that we always wanted. Those were the most important news stories I thought this week. Stay tuned for next week as I bring you the most important news in search. All right, everybody, this is Sage Lewis from Search Engine Guide. See you next week.